Alright, hey guys, after a long sabbatical, I think after a month, we are back with the second episode of our podcast, Kuch. I, Aniruddh, and I have with me the co host, Bharat. He's eating his ice cream, so apologies for if there is any sound of eating. Um,
Lovely, I asked you permission.
But yeah. All right, so today's topic is going to be IPL, which is, I think, it's dear to me, but far more dear to the other person sitting on this table. So, Bharat, I think you want to start IPL 2008. Your first reactions.
God, I'm eating nicely.
All right, so I can go with it. So IPL initially I've just to give a context, I've never been a big cricket fan until lately. I was never into watching sports. I was always into playing, but IPL somewhere had given me that kind of a
Nice.
hype in my mind because people around me used to talk about English Premier League a lot, and that somehow made me feel कि हाँ चल इंडिया को कुछ ऐसा मिलेगा. And हाँ फिर जब मुंबई का ऑक्शन हुआ and it was amazing to see the people that they were taking. I think Ambani's had too much money. If they had more money, they would have actually bought players from other teams as well because they went all in. I remember the first auction that happened, and I think कहीं तो there was a celebration going on when people started seeing Sachin, Jayasuriya, all the biggies that were getting picked into the team for the first season. It was nice, but again, my love for cricket wasn't as much for me to celebrate. But of course, I was really looking forward to the season. But yeah, how about you, Bharat? Yeah.
Not done ice cream. Fuck.
Sorry, folks. He's
Okay.
still into that.
Good. Man, I think most guys my age were also very similar. I don't think a lot of kids really followed sports, right? Like it was something that we would play more of and then you would see less of. When you would see it, just to kind of know what's going on or like talk in a group or like pick a character, like they'll be like, I am Pollock. Like you imitate people and then you capture a kind of body language and you like what they do and then you associate yourself. For that reason, we had to follow sports, but other than that, I don't think there was no specific fascination. WWF was a thing.
Oh yeah. I think
Same way.
WWF was much bigger audience base than
exactly.
cricket, I think.
Like you would want to watch WWF more than you'd want to watch cricket back then. Like even other sports.
Yeah, sure. I think football for
me,
metropolitan-
football was
metropolitan cities had football to some extent because I think it was also because back in 2008 I wouldn't say that India was that behind with television and stuff, but of course the amount of televised sports and everything was quite still less.
Yeah, for me I had to watch. I remember I'd wake up early in the morning, 6 a.m. to watch the India-Australia test.
Yeah, exactly.
In Tour of Australia. But the excitement was more around for me like a WWF match or even football was something that I was always interested in. If international teams played, that was like next level. Like you have to watch. That was like a thing. So cricket was one of those things, and then IPL came, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on in cricket time. So there was this vacant period in cricket, dude.
Indeed, because 2007 was so
I
terrible.
just lost.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I followed cricket between 2004. Dude,
After the World Cup loss, you mean the
no,
2003 World
even
Cup?
before that. Ever since I started dating,
Oh wow,
Dude.
the reason has been quite different.
I'm telling you,
Here.
once girls and all came into my life, cricket fucked off. The only thing that lived was football. Like football lived because I played football. Football lived, and I want to watch football. Like I had this craze for like football players. I never had.
And I think somewhere girls were more impressed by football than cricket back in the days. You might accept that because I think
No.
I think somewhere I felt football was more of a swag sport than cricket. Like
No. I like kabaddi. I love kabaddi. Kabaddi, what the kabaddi? Like there's no game like kabaddi for me.
I think for me, I got into football, the school football as well, because somewhere it was to impress. I don't know. I had thin legs, so that didn't help. But yeah, I mean, anyways, going back to
Yeah.
I think cricket
Like,
and IPL.
I think when IPL came, that is when I knew Chennai got Dhoni.
Uh,
The only cricket player I had followed between 2004 and 2008 was Dhoni. I didn't give a fuck. It was not like, I mean, we all liked Chennai like from a pride thing and everything.
Uh-huh.
As a city, we had this pride as Chennai. I was just going to come to the US 2008 for my masters and everything. And I think somewhere inherently you have this pride.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm coming from Chennai. Like, I don't give a fuck what US is, but I'm here from Chennai, dude. Like that. You carry that. It's like a
Yeah,
thing you're
yeah.
carrying. Like, so happily you come. And correctly, they had an IPL team. So they were like, and they got Dhoni. Fuck it.
I think Dhoni became a sensation after the 2007.
Exactly.
I think he just made his name. Like everything until today, Dhoni. Yeah, I mean, of course, he is hard work. Everything comes
Yeah.
into picture. But yeah, he just showed India a hope for the cricket and future of cricket.
It was something else that. For us, for me personally, like, at least Liverpool and Steven Gerrard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
it was like, yaar, we have our Steven, like, he's here now.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that got me excited about initially that IPL. Then Brendan McCullum, I think first game he fucking hit like some insane 100.
Yeah, 100 and
I was like, dude,
yeah.
now this will be fun.
Yeah.
It was like an exciting thing.
I think the start itself was quite like a fire because every team had packed, and that time I think we had
You're
even
excited about-
Pakistani players like Shoaib Akhtar. and
Everybody was a
everyone-
star.
Yeah, everyone was a star back then who was celebrated in their own countries.
Like all good players.
Yeah, Brett Lee, Shoaib Akhtar. You
the
had.
people were exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not about like how good cricket
Yeah,
you play.
yeah.
They were exciting players. It was just like it was fun
I mean,
to see them.
people playing who might retire in couple of years and might not.
Yeah.
You might not even think of them playing a T20 format. Were
Rahul
playing their
Dravid.
hearts out. Yeah, they were playing their hearts out. Like
Shane Warne.
yeah, I mean
It was fun
Rajasthan
cricket,
Royals
right?
winning that first IPL.
We lost, dude, by 1 run.
Where did that come from? But
No idea. Fuck, dude. But when we lost that season, for me, I think that is when I knew the different players in CSK. I didn't know everybody in the first season. I knew like maybe 4 or 5, maximum 4 I would have known. Muthaiya Muralidharan, like all the international cricketers, But the local players and all, it's not possible. There's no way. I mean, you're not just going to
Correct,
find out.
correct.
And it was amazing. I was like, he could be like somebody I know.
yeah,
And then R. Ashwin came.
yeah.
I played with.
Oh, you have played with
Ah.
Rajasthan. That's true. Yeah.
So I was like, dude, this guy. So like, cricket came so close to me. Like, it was like, it was here for me.
Makes sense.
That was the first time I felt close to like the sport. I'm like, this was right here around me, and then it's not like I could understand how when people follow football, like how close they are as a sport. Because you're in India, you could be really good at football, but you won't feel close to the sport because in the international scene, India is not there, right? Like so
Correct.
here, you see people playing with you, play in the global arena. It's like the sport is closer than other sports. Like,
That's true. I mean it was celebrated. I think IPL first season was celebrated, and I feel that BCCI along with the IPL board, they did a phenomenal job. Like because it was a big thing to do. Lot of money riding, and of course the guy who came up with the idea, of course, we all know him, Lalit Modi sir.
I didn't even know any of this.
Exactly. So yeah,
No, I
not a
didn't
lot
know.
of people know, but yeah, he did too much of things that behind the scenes that no one knows about, and he had to run because of that.
Oh.
So yeah, and
It's okay, dude, they gave IPL.
he gave IPL, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no IPL without Lalit Modi, and there is no Lalit Modi without IPL.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should clarify. I don't know if he has hurt any fucker. Oh, fuck no.
He's not.
Yeah, if he's not hurt any fucker, then I don't care what he does.
No, I mean it
That's
was
his issue.
just about money. Right,
Ah,
at the
then
end
fuck
of
it.
the
Like,
day.
it's all
Yeah,
his issue then.
Yeah.
Some shit. But anyway,
But I think
what is that? He did money for money only. He did. Of course, he did for money only.
Yeah.
If you're willing to pay, IPL is there. If you don't pay, you don't pay. Don't fucking watch IPL.
yeah, he bringing up such an idea
it has to come
into implementation itself is a big thing.
Yeah.
So good part on that. But yeah, otherwise, he's
Government,
still
if it's the government money he stole, it's good only. Oh, they gave entertainment for the entire country. It should be actually like government subsidized.
You know, right?
It's a
There
great
was
idea.
this rumor going on in between. Like I'm shifting a little bit here, but Lalit Modi was dating Sushmita Sen. He basically he started. I don't know if he himself started that rumor, but he posted a picture with Sushmita Sen with some lovey-dovey captions under it, and people thought that he's dating. But I think I if I'm not wrong, she clarified it. Something else happened, but yeah, it was sad to look at him and Sushmita in one picture. Though I'm not a big fan of her, but yeah, it was still sad. And also I was single that time, so yeah, that hurt more. But,
Yes, yeah, I never knew this. Like I'm no even, but like for me, TV entertainment was never about movies. When I was young, it was not. So for me, sports was a thing. Even sports became very limited as I started playing. Yeah, and I started playing. It was not about.
yeah,
It was not really about what was happening in the sports. Like as long as I was playing it, I didn't give a fuck who did what. Like
Correct,
I
correct.
couldn't ever see like some of my maybe in my circle there were a few people who would like feel they'll idolize people, right? Like you think
Oh
this
yeah,
person is
absolutely.
bigger than them.
Oh yeah.
Like,
There used to be, because during my school time in my 9th and 10th grade, I remember very clearly that there used to be big arguments between two set of groups for their football clubs, and they would go to any length to support them.
yeah.
So I never used to understand why is this happening.
Like you can argue. Argument is different. Like you're voicing out opinions.
Yeah, but I mean,
Then that's fine.
I was never able to come on the same length with them or wavelength with them. Why so much of craze? And probably till date, yeah, there's a separate reason. I think Virat Kohli just made me somehow love the sport for some reason.
He triggered something else.
He triggered
too.
something else.
He took something else from
my love for Test match, which was never there in my entire.
He just pulled you
childhood.
into
Yeah, I
like
started
he
watching-
triggered a side of Indians which they didn't know it was there.
Yeah. I started watching 5 days entire Test games, so that's a big.
Like for me, 2011, like so for me, Dhoni came to CSK, and then in 2011, like in 7 he had won the World Cup, and then he came to Chennai, and in 11 he won the World Cup.
World Cup again.
So I till then I could never see like any person other than my dad as like I never understood the concept of like a hero. You know, like when Shah Rukh Khan came in television, I used to think this is funny. Like, but I never could imagine like there was this craze behind like
Being a
Shah Rukh.
superstar.
So I didn't understand that. I never understood what it meant to like like truly like man, this is cool. This is awesome. Like you always thought, okay, it's fun what he's doing, but it's not like I can do it. Like so. Dhoni was getting there, and I could see this elevation in my
I
head.
think 2011 was kind of one of the best years for him. First the World Cup, then I think Chennai won that year, and they also won the Champions. No, there was something
They
else.
won the IPL, dude.
They won IPL and World Cup that year. That's all.
And 2012 they again won the IPL.
IPL. Yeah.
So, like the escalation he had in my own iconic way,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was happening to me. When I could see others, it was happening to. I couldn't understand what was happening. So that is how close and then it became a thing where I had to defend Dhoni.
Oh yeah.
Like you feel like this innate urge. You know that he's a dumbass sometimes. Like, dude, he's also a dumbass only. But this innate need to defend him in a very silly way. You get that.
When was your first Chennai Super Kings jersey? When did you buy it the first time? Did you ever buy one?
I never bought one. Now you get all these t-shirts, dude. CSK, Chennai and all.
Yeah.
Earlier when I wanted to buy, it was not like available like this.
Oh, there was no merchandise.
There's no there'll be some. It'll be very difficult to get it.
Okay.
It wasn't like so easily available. So for me to get one, I had to order one. It's like a build to order from this store that Chennai Super Kings had at that time contracted. Only that place can give it. They didn't have online and all. You have to order it and then they'll like give it to you, deliver it to you in the US.
Oh wow.
So I got one that time.
Oh, so you got one?
I got
to
one.
US.
Yeah, just Chennai Super Kings CSK. It'll have this small symbol on top and a Chennai map, and it was nice. It was a good T-shirt. It was a nice print shirt. I had 2 shirts like that. I think if I look in my closet, it will still be there. Somewhere it will be there. Guaranteed it will be there.
I think for me, I think I never bought a jersey because I enjoyed the IPL for the first 2 years because somewhere it was for Sachin, maybe other legends that were playing. But when I have this innate love-hate relationship with Rohit Sharma somehow.
Everybody had it.
I don't know why.
I think his wife also has.
No, because that made me never feel like, oh, let's go and buy one. Because I didn't want to wear that go to a stadium
Rohit
and be
is
like,
a vibe,
no, never.
Rohit is a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
Rohit is, dude, you have not then met his wavelength.
Yeah, I mean,
Rohit is a vibe.
Rohit is someone that I would have as my buddy.
He's always a buddy, dude.
Like, I cannot look up to Rohit.
But that is how I see everybody in cricket.
No, I think...
Like, Dhoni is iconic because of his, I feel somewhere, he stayed different.
Yeah, I think for me that is Virat. Like, I don't think I will ever, like, if Virat was my friend, I would still be like,
really?
okay, this is, yeah, I don't think I can, it's just, that guy has
I think
inspired me.
Dude,
yeah.
he's also a loud leader. Like, if you sit with him, he'll be a loud leader, sit and talk.
He might be a loud for sure, because, and especially being from Delhi, he has to be.
He'll keep on one thing inside his buttocks all the time, and he'll talk. But when in this element, he'll probably just like, chill.
That's true.
But not chill like Rohit. Rohit ekdam chill hoega.
But yeah, whenever I used to watch Mumbai matches, I think I would just wear a blue t-shirt at home. Whatever blue t-shirt I could find. And yeah, that was the only jersey that I had, was my own t-shirt that I showed it as Mumbai Indians jersey, but yeah, nothing.
See, it brought you to sport.
Yeah.
Like closer to.
Oh, of course. I mean,
like something.
Wearing a blue t-shirt just for the game itself is a big thing.
Like you don't realize it, but like it's happened to you as a thing.
Right? So. Alright, so the next topic would be the controversies or some random things that you heard that happens behind the scenes.
I have nothing to say.
Nothing. Why?
I do what I'm telling you.
For, what, 2-3 years?
No. Oh, that is not controversy, dude.
Not controversy. Controversy might be one.
Whatever they did some stupid shit. They might have done. I don't know. But I'm saying that from what I know, right? Like it's a sense, that the players and they wouldn't have given a fuck. Like it's this thing. You trust the team where you're like, Dhoni is like, if Dhoni comes out and tells, right? Like, just let it happen. These fuckers are doing some shit. We'll play cricket. You don't worry. When he told us that, I felt like, okay. Like, like if he lies, it's not like I'll hate him. I'll still be like, they're like he fucked up. Yeah. But it's fucked because of some law. It's not like they did some, okay. Now play cricket. If they say it and then they come play cricket, I wouldn't have given. But like, that is where I think we believed him.
Yeah. I was never under the assumption that IPL was a clean game. Never. I knew for a fact that there will be bettings, there will be fixing, everything happening behind the scenes. I think, but I have a friend who actually used to bet, and he used to bet from the pocket money that he used to get at home, and somehow he won on one of the Mumbai's game, and he won big back in that time. 2010-11, he won 15,000 rupees from whatever he had put, and he basically didn't have a bank account. I had a bank account back then that I had made for some reason, but yeah, he was behind me for such a long time that please encash this, and I was like, nope, this is not coming to my bank, because I didn't know it can be really shady, and that bank account I had. Until then, there was only 500 rupees, and I had never even gone to a bank to even make a single transaction, and so it was kind of shady that he would constantly ask me, and I was like, no, I don't know where he finally got his money from, or he was he was ready
He
to
won money
give
and
up.
he was saying I will put it in the bank. Islam was like, no.
See,
कौन आएगा अपना बाप बच्चू यार?
नहीं पर तब and कैसा था ना कि his check had some random name on it, so I was not ready to
Fuck off.
believe or do any
Dumbass.
kind of thing with my bank account, and probably I was, of course, that means that I was scared somewhere, so I didn't do it, and he was ready to lose that money because he was like, any which ways he had put it just to see his luck, and it worked out. So I don't know if I ever talk to him again. I will indeed ask him.
Wow.
And probably, and hopefully he got his money. Otherwise, that's not going to be a good conversation at all. But yeah, so I knew betting firsthand that was happening because I had few other friends who used to, but they would never tell me how much. And I had my cousins also who used to sit next to me and be constantly on calls doing betting. So yeah, that was quite early in like 2010-11 itself. I used to hear that constantly around me. So betting, so fixing was also something that I was like, okay, if betting is happening, fixing has to happen. There's no chance that so much money is getting into it.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of this.
Games have to turn for good. So yeah.
See, like this part of the thing I never like paid. I don't care because I've never paid attention to it that much. To like, I watch cricket. Cricket is fun. That's really fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I was like that even before. Like a lot of people talked about like celebrities and hero.
Yeah, that was a different thing, right?
Like Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
I never understood that concept of like learning about someone. Like I never took that interest. I think I never like had that interest in who they were as people because it wasn't like somebody I knew. Like I'll take interest in the people I meet, but who the fuck is this guy? Like yeah, I saw him. It was fun. It was a good movie. Fun. But like I'm saying, IPL has taught me about so many things. After that, because you like a specific cricketer, you somewhere inherently feel like you know what he's doing in his life. You connect this thing, and now I understood why so many people were following some random actor who they actually don't have a personal relationship with. So that understanding of that only I got then. Like I know that Dhoni got married at some point to Sakshi. And
Correct.
He had his first daughter, and her name is Ziva. And I became wondering, why do I know this? How do I?
Correct.
I understood that as part of IPL and money. I never understood like money. Like I never grew up with money.
That's the biggest thing that's driving it.
See, like I didn't understand the concept of like money until IPL.
It's
for me.
There is only two reasons why IPL is still going on: is money and pride. That's all. That's all drives that IPL.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
but
because somewhere.
Dude, IPL is different. IPL is a culture now.
It's a culture for people like
no longer
us.
about. No.
It's not a culture for someone who is there owning a team.
No.
For them,
they may be thinking it's money, dude, but
it would never be a culture for them. They don't care or think about it. Why someone has invested so much of money? Why someone has invested so much of money?
It's about money.
Not for the love of cricket, but it's the love to get back money. And secondly, when you win, it's the pride that comes in.
But I'm saying that the money is directly proportional to the entertainment it generates.
It is.
And so, who makes money? How the fuck does it matter? They've built an awesome thing. Let them do their thing. Who cares so much? For me,
there is no conversation about. I mean, I don't even care myself. I am enjoying the game. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
So the cricketers play fun cricket, but for me, I think the concept of money was like before that. I've heard when somebody say which movie Shivaji was made for this many crores movie. Big movie. They used to say that, and I never understand what is big money. But there's so much money. Like, what does it mean? Like, what is this concept of big money? Somewhere the concept of numbers and like money making, I understood the IPL where like they valued a human with money. Like this person is only valued this much because this is the cricket he plays. Like they associated a human value.
They quantified it.
And it probably became a very cheap, effective thing. Where you start developing these judgmental things without knowing the person. Where like a Ben Stokes because he got bought for that much versus somebody else who got, you think you know more about Ben Stokes than and like that you judge this and that IPL did to me and that is why I understood the concept of money, how it associates, like how people understand money. You know, they associate their personal pride and like fuck, like they're doing this. I can see it.
Like forget the management and the owners that have put probably 16 crores behind Ben Stokes.
Yeah.
But I think forget Chennai fans as well. People who wanted to see Ben Stokes outside of CSK also.
They couldn't.
They couldn't, and they were mad that how did this guy end up with a 16 crore deal?
That happens.
Like people get angry for not even their money being put into it. Like as you said, the culture or things that have got.
That's like their own.
People like.
Money. What the
Mera
fuck?
paisa hai in a way because I have invested my time here. You have to play.
Yeah.
That's what I think also drives IPL.
I think people also realize that it is ultimately their money. I think they
Probably,
know.
yeah.
Because if your time is kind of I think they get that feeling very differently, and that comes out as saying, "What the fuck, 16 crores?
Yeah.
It's my money. Like, dude, I'm spending this time with you. Let's do something which is good for like it's like that. You get this investment
like Riyan Parag, like Riyan Parag, right? Probably. Like people get angry because when he plays, because people don't want to see him play.
Yeah, it's like Dhoni when he comes in the last over. Like now he's like this is exactly what we think he should do, and he's doing what the Tamil people want. Like
that's
that
last 4 or 5 balls of Dhoni is like that paisa vasool.
Everything
like
he
that
does.
1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees that I've paid for the ticket. That 5 balls that Dhoni plays, and even hits 2 sixes. My 1,000 rupees is done.
The point is, nobody had to tell him this.
Yeah.
And he connected with our vibe. Like it was our vibe was there.
Yeah.
And that is why Dhoni became this thing, like an elevated icon in my head. Like, dude, somehow he got us. Like, like we are in the same frequency. So like I was like, this guy is good.
So let's get back a little bit and then we'll move forward to the next topic. So what were the promising players that you found from the initial IPL seasons?
Like I judged.
You judged or thought that I want to see this guy keep going and see him somewhere up in that pedestal.
I mean, like when Ashwin played, cricket got very close to me.
Okay.
Because I was like, like this guy.
Local guy for you.
Yeah.
Someone you played with.
Exactly. Apna zone mein khelta tha. This guy is this lavda.
Yeah.
So cricket got very close, and then I got to know more and more like Dinesh Karthik, like so many more people who are just there, like playing with us. So like then the way that I could recognize them was through not just like how I saw them, but like other people saw them.
Right. Yeah.
Like they actually see this as a big thing. Like that's when I understood that feeling of like, isko dikh raha hai ki hey, like he's big, he's a something star or icon. I understood that relationship only then. Like since like before that, I could never get that. So like, it was like a good journey for me.
I think somewhere I remember that Jadeja in the first IPL, right? I somehow had really somewhere I didn't like that player because he didn't look like a player.
Vibe.
That player or that vibe was never there, but
like he almost irritated you.
Exactly. But the next season when I saw him, he transformed himself. He got him at a place where like, you don't think about cricket and not think about Jadeja.
Yeah, like dude, in that sense, I would say Dhoni and the CSK management have excellently trained all the Chennai public to think certain players are better.
Yeah.
Like we loved Suresh Raina. We wanted him to succeed. Because they connected us with the players, even though I've never met Suresh Raina or never saw him like Dhoni. They somehow connected us with like every player in a way that you wanted to see them do good. Like rooting for Raina to become captain or like be in the World Cup team and like Ashwin. Like somehow you are also rooting for Ashwin without knowing. Like I'm like I backed him, and I'm sure it is biased because of this whole this CSK, Chennai, and Dhoni.
Yeah.
You have that, and I think that is part of the reason why I didn't initially like Rohit. Like I would think that, dude, these guys have built this shit in mind. Like Rohit would have been a fun guy to support.
I mean,
If
he ever come, he's never going to come to Chennai. But if he ever comes, if he was ever to come to Chennai, I think he would match up with that vibe.
Yeah, dude.
He is chill at the end of the
Vibe.
day. Yeah, he is that chill guy.
He will take him like this as captain.
Yeah.
Like Rohit, he's that vibe. But I think because of the brand, some of the people initially hated Rohit a lot. And then we knew, अपना भाई है.
Yeah, I mean, वही है ना कि मैं रोहित अगर मेरे आसपास भी रहेगा तो मैं उसको बोलेगा भाई इधर like that vada pav name, I cannot give that name to anyone else. Vada pav, though it might sound very derogatory and
it's
not, probably are going on his body or something, but it's not. It's basically just connecting with him on that friend level. Like, हाँ भाई तू है अपना.
He is, and he's exactly
and
that.
That's why I somewhere used to hate him or not like him was because how can someone be so chill and so nice?
Dude, he gets so angry sometimes. It's so funny, dude.
Like, I don't know if I've ever
when
told
Rohit
you,
gets angry, I get him. I'm like, I understand this feeling.
Like, he's known to tell players a lot of things on the field. So I remember one very, very nicely that it was during one of the IPL games where, I don't know, the fielder misfielded and he said, "तू पैदा ही नहीं होना चाहिए." He literally said, "तू पैदा ही नहीं होना चाहिए था, तो आज BF4 नहीं जाता." Like he literally said that.
Like, dude, like, I'm sure if somebody said something to Rohit, right, he won't get angry at all. I do nothing. Like, he knows that. Like, he expresses himself, and he look. I mean, at least to me, like, if Rohit played with me, I'm sure, like, I'll be like good friends with Rohit. Like, dude, I get angry like that when I play cricket. Like, I shout at people. I was always like that as a kid. So I get it. Yeah. Like, his expression, like, like, he's not angry. He's like, arre yaar. Like, all he's irritated. He's not angry at all. So I get it. Like, when that is when, like, the one thing I couldn't connect with Virat. Like, he'll get angry sometimes. Yeah. Like, I don't know where
he has a different kind of aggression that he comes with. And I think that's also to do with him being from Delhi. So, that vibe itself is very different. They are more of aggressive people who like to be head on if there is something going on. But yeah, Rohit, I agree. So you have watched a lot of games in stadiums, right? Is there one particular player that you have probably tried to heckle at or no?
I've never done that.
Or never? Okay.
So I got to go to the CSK Mumbai game in Chennai. This was in 2009. And I have never understood the fascination for Sachin Tendulkar. Because again, this goes back to me not being able to connect to the celebrity status.
Right,
so for me, Sachin was like some guy who was scoring runs and he played cricket, that was it. But when we went for this game, there were so many Sachin Tendulkar fans.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I have seen that too. When India played, there were Sachin Tendulkar fans as well as India fans in Tamil Nadu. Like, it was never like Sachin. Sachin was big. He liked Sachin as a cricket player. It wasn't like idolized like that. So, like, that game when people were like, very passionate about Sachin, they wanted to see Sachin play well. Like, they were like, people were like, Sachin will play and Chennai will win. And it happened.
Oh, wow.
So I could see the feeling. People were like they were so happy and like, like they had their wishes come true. Sachin did a 50 or something, Chennai will win. So it was such a interest. That was my first experience of 2009 was that game. 2000 then I was there for Chennai, Bangalore in Chennai when Chennai won the IPL finals.
Oh, you were there for the
I was there. Like, they had built this image, right? Like, I think Vijay Mallya will do this thing somewhere in the bidding or something. You jack up this Ashwin's price.
Oh, okay.
And that was like a nice lead up. It was like amazing. Vijay Mallya is a fun guy. He was a fun guy, dude.
Yeah. I've never watched any of his interviews or anything.
I've never seen him.
Yeah, so I don't even have any idea.
I don't know. Wait, let me put it this way. For anybody listening, I have no fucking idea Vijay Mallya is and is not. But like, he just seems like a fun guy. Like, he did this jacking up of price for like fucking up with CSK,
CSK.
and they went for it and they bought him for a lot of money or some shit happened.
And he took the first wicket in that final game, Gale's wicket.
Yeah, dude, it was
First
fun.
over,
Yeah,
second ball
yeah.
or third ball, I think. Or
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
first ball itself.
I think first or second ball.
First
like,
or second ball,
hit
yeah.
to Dhoni.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they connected those two scenes, like, showing Vijay Mallya and then Ashwin's wicket. So like, it was a thing, like, people were very, it was like a climactic.
Yeah. For me, I have only watched one game, Mumbai Delhi, and for some reason that day we were probably around the cow corner. Our seats were around cow corner, and Ambati Rayudu was there.
Oh,
And I don't know why people had something for him. Like, and not good for sure. Nobody would let him stand peacefully over there. The entire 500 people stand that I was sitting in was behind him the entire time. Like, they didn't want him there for some reason, and not that they wanted some other player to be there, but yeah, that was my first and the only experience I had in IPL where Ambati Rayudu was. Yeah, he was being called names. I cannot put it here. Yeah, he was being called names, and yeah, finally he left. I don't know if he went.
Chennai fans don't do all that shit. Like, if they don't like somebody, they're like, they'll fuck with them a little bit. Like, they're like, and they won't be like rude. Like, they won't be angry. I don't think they have any. Like, it wouldn't be like anger. Yeah, they're like screw. Like, until like the person responds, they like just make him respond. That's their whole thing. They don't care who he is and all. Like, and like I'd never followed Indian cricket before this shit. This was a whole different. IPL did this thing where, like, you started getting back into Indian cricket a little bit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for me, it was big.
Yeah, because there were a lot of promising players up until
Yeah,
now
I started following.
that showed a lot of promise, including our legend KL Rahul.
Like, you're like still thinking KL Rahul, although you see him mostly in the IPL only over the year, you're like still thinking about him and how he relates to Indian cricket team. Like, not just as an IPL player. Like,
But
somewhere I feel like that
he was
connection.
brought into the Indian team, Indian side for his performance, for his promise, the same way I thought he might deliver to that promise, and he did. He had his fair share of games where he.
No, I have nothing to do with his performance. I'm saying that they've made this connection between IPL and Indian cricket team.
They have.
Very nicely.
They have.
Yeah.
And it has to be, right? Because I think cricket in India has always been where every person has his or her opinion about one player and where they stand in the team. And where they
Like, you
stand-
ultimately rank them by
Yes.
Indian team standard.
Exactly. So-
and that's a great.
Yeah.
Like, it got me back into seeing Indian cricket.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have followed Indian cricket this much if IPL wasn't there.
And there was a time, right, when it came where you had these 3-4 very, very important Indian players from whose team people would come into the Indian squad for some time, and if they performed, they were there. If they didn't, they left. I can remember. I can think of so many of them. I think Kedar Jadhav came through that. Who's that bowler from RCB? He came for a couple of years.
Praveen Kumar.
Praveen Kumar played before. He was not really into. Actually, Siraj Khan was also a byproduct of
IPL.
Yeah, he was a byproduct.
Everybody is
Like,
a byproduct of IPL. What are you
IPL.
saying?
No, but I'm saying
There is not a single, like, it is an open.
I'm saying that IPL was like earlier a local cricket league, or domestic cricket was the means of getting into Indian squad. But then it became a thing that you have to
perform in IPL ultimately,
to get into the Indian squad.
Of course.
And then it also came with it that if your captain of that IPL team has a say in the Indian team, you can get chances into the Indian team.
Yeah.
You perform or you don't perform, that's a different thing. But people have come and gone. Few people stayed for some more time than the others. But yeah, I think that was.
But like, it was an obvious gold standard. Like, you have to be an IPL player. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at some level, IPL is more competitive than like I see some of the international games. I follow a lot of international cricket. Like I see like even the current New Zealand Pakistan games. I watch all that. Like the kind of cricket itself, the skill and the kind of competitiveness, like the whole energy, it's far more fun and like it's like intense at the same time. It's like that much more entertainment with somewhere you feel like you associate that with talent. I'm not saying that these guys are like not as talented. Like Shaheen Shah Afridi is like super so amazing, but like I can't I can't say that they are playing cricket which is as like competitive as IPL. There's no even
No,
like
they.
international cricket.
I also feel the same that they cannot as well because they don't have a lot of platforms like IPL has given for a lot of people.
I mean, think of like even international tournaments. Na, like,
Yeah.
like for instance, I would not watch an India versus Sri Lanka match as I'm excited about tomorrow's RCB game.
Correct.
Like tomorrow's RCB game,
Correct.
I know more,
Correct.
even though it's not even the team I support. Like there are two other teams, RCB and MI are playing. I'm more. If India Sri Lanka were playing, I don't know if I'd have watched it.
But don't you think that's the same? अगर दिल्ली और पंजाब खेलता है या दिल्ली और हैदराबाद खेलता है, I don't think the viewership overall is going to be so much. I'm just saying that there are going to be few international teams who are not up to that level to India to where they will be the underdogs and you will feel like you don't want to waste your time. The only thing is, of course, मतलब हाँ Sri Lanka अभी
like it's not fun to ultimately that's the thing, na? Like it's about like how fun it is to watch, and you don't expect it to be fun. Like like for instance, if India were playing a more competitive team, like England or like Australia, you're like more excited about it. It's actually because it's more fun to watch. You expect more
banters maybe.
No, competitive.
Even
the skill over
everything. Yeah.
But like an India-England game also for me sometimes I feel like it's not actually as fun as dude. Just even today's game was not the most closest this IPL has had. But it's as good as that only. Yeah. Today's game like went to the last ball. It was so fun to watch that game. Like it's India-England matches like just as much as fun. It's not like even more awesomer for me. Like it's like so that is what IPL has done. IPL has basically substituted vacancy in cricket outside of international tournaments. It's like, dude, this is like, you don't have to like wait for India to play in a World Cup or like Asia Cup or here they are 2.5 months they play another tournament. And each year they do it. Somewhere they connect you with IPL in off season also.
Oh, like, I've never followed that one. Okay.
I never did too, but like 2 years ago, they start telling you things about auction, like what is going to happen, or like this player may not play for MI.
To keep that engagement.
Exactly. They keep you going. Somewhere like talking about IPL somewhere. It's like even in international games commentary, they'll talk about what teams they play. Like everybody's thinking constantly of IPL. Like it's become more of a so many people come together. The whole world, like cricketing community, it all comes to like people England, Australia.
It's a 2.5 months of celebration.
It is. It's so many countries, man. I mean, like think of the number of coaching staff from other. Like it's like this cricket community gatherment every year to like have fun. Like let's have a tournament while we are here. Like, of course, you have to watch it. It's like an amazing extravaganza. It's like a yearly extravaganza, and like they add some details.
So you would say that your craze or maybe your likeness for IPL hasn't gone down yet.
No, I mean I'm saying right. Like it's more and more. It's like fun to watch. I mean, I like the Pathan movie. It's like so fun to watch. It's like.
Probably it doesn't make sense, but it's fun because it keeps you to the edge of the seat.
Yeah, and like somewhere. I feel like for me cricket is also like I play cricket. So like it's another thing. Like I would like to act, but that's like not going to happen. Like who the fuck will you act suddenly? Like go and act.
No, we don't want to see you act.
It's back. So if I can play cricket, I can act, dude. Like that's how cricket is.
Sure.
See, you understand, right? Like cricket, you're playing. So like you see like a Shaheen Shah Afridi bowl.
I have seen Chahal in advertisements, so I can imagine you as well. But
Dude, Chahal is a fun guy.
he might be. Who
Dude,
said
he looks like ऐसा chill मारता है भाई.
मैं वो बोल ही नहीं रहा. मतलब उसका सल्यूट ऐसा होता ही नहीं है, सिर के ऊपर नहीं होता, उसका सल्यूट नीचे घंटे पे ही होता है. If you see, there are so many videos where he'll go behind umpire. I'm not joking. He'll just go behind umpires and just start doing some random shit, and then you're like, are you sure he's an international player right now doing this? So he's fun for sure. But
Fun guy though, Chahal.
So you have met a few CSK players or more other team players as well.
CSK players. Like that's what I'm saying, right? Like I was never fascinated by like celebrity status. Never. Like this IPL, you know, I understood that, and I met like a cricketer like Matthew Hayden. I met first.
Oh, nice.
No, actually I met Albie Morkel.
Oh wow.
Albie Morkel.
He's the taller of that's Morley Morkel.
Stephen Fleming. I met Stephen Fleming and Albie. I took photos with them and everything. Like I didn't understand why the fuck I was taking a photo. But I was like, dude, he hit 6. I saw like it was on TV. Like it was like fun. Like I was like, I'll take a photo. I never gave a fuck about either of them at that time. But then like it connected closer with like a cricketer. Like, you know, now I want to see them play, perform. Like a cricketer I've met. It's fun to support them. Then like they built that whole brand. Like I've seen. What else have I seen? Oh yeah, I've seen Dhoni a few times. I never talked to him. He was like a little far away. Matthew Hayden. Oh dude, that good dude is fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean on the TV itself you can see that when it was 2003 World Cup when Zair Khan was trying to give him that look for during the World Cup finals when Zair Khan was trying to give a look to Matthew Hayden. Zair Khan is huge, but when he was giving a look to Matthew Hayden, Hayden looked bigger than him.
Dude, Hayden is a
so
big
I
dude.
can
and like he's a
understand.
fun guy. He's a very he seems like
nice.
a very chill guy. Sitting there. I mean, in his days, dude, when you're playing cricket, you have to be. I get angry while playing cricket. You know, we all get angry. You get irritated. Like Hayden is a big guy, fucking standing there in the hot sun. Zair Khan is staring at him like, "Ye buck." You what happens, dude?
वो वही बोलता होगा ना, तू जब पैदा भी नहीं हुआ था तब से मैं क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ,
मुझे
आके दिखाने आया है.
Like it's not about that. It's like for him, he's just irritated. Like, and for me, like Matthew Hayden seems like a very even Chris Gale.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We had a fun guy. And we got like players like that. We had Wayne Bravo in the team.
Yeah, we definitely. I mean, not just CSK, but I think Caribbean players do bring a vibe, a very chill vibe.
Exactly.
Wherever they play, like either. Very rarely you will see them being aggressive. I think the only person I think was aggressive was Pollard. He used to be quite aggressive, but other than that, be it or even the new players like Hitman, Puran, or Bravo, Gale, who else from the Caribbean I can remember of. Like everyone has been chill. Everyone has been quite chill whenever I've seen them.
Andre Russell.
He also looks quite chill. Like he's a big guy, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a fun player to be around.
He just seems like only fun guy. Yeah. Andre Russell. Everybody. I mean, and for Chennai, for us, it was like awesome because Chennai. Like for me, it just started getting closer and closer. There was this, suddenly they stopped playing, they like 2 years ban. And then they came back and they'll win the championship.
Yeah.
And so for us it was like an escalation of joy, dude. It was like, what is this? And like they'd come with their families.
Oh yeah.
All of them they carried a vibe, you know, like for us it was like, this is our team, man. Like they had that whole, they understood. It's like culturally, right? It was so like for us traveling with kids and children and all like proper, fun, relaxed environment. It's not like nothing.
Yeah, not like usually how they are when they are traveling every country that they want to play and they're away from the family for months. This at least gives that 2.5 months being with the family and enjoying the thing that they want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like actually having a great time. And the players also somewhere, I feel like the vibe the players carry, right? They carry that vibe. Like every Chennai player, like you'll feel like, Yeah, apna aadmi. Like, when
Possibly,
very
yeah,
rarely
yeah.
we had like this very uh, bombastic, very chill. Most of them, like Dwayne Bravo,
No, yeah,
Badrinath,
yeah.
Ashwin, look at that, like chill only. No, now he's showing some aggression. Suddenly, I don't know what happened to
I
him.
think towards the end of his career, he just
He
wants
was
to
like
go with the
aggression,
flow.
shouting and all. No, like, very angrily suddenly. I don't know if he's angry or he's just
So,
having fun.
maybe the last question before we close for today's podcast. But what are your thoughts? IPL is going to replace the international cricket scene, like how EPL and other
Oh.
football leagues did for soccer overall, or do you think there's still a long time for that to happen? Because we have so many cricket leagues now happening. We have PSL, we have CPL, and
Yeah.
almost every big cricket fraternity has their own cricket
True.
league. Big Bash is one of those big ones.
Hmm.
So, do you
Yeah.
think it will happen anytime soon, or it will ever happen?
I mean, dude, like, think about this. What is the worst thing that will happen? You'll end up liking only, IPL. You'll end up still having fun. Like, it may be a change that you won't even know about. Like, at the end of the day, cricket will survive.
Cricket will survive.
Nah.
Indeed. I mean,
Like,
and
you'll still
there's
have fun.
there's a lot of money also riding on it, so it cannot go away.
So, like, I feel like they have preserved the sport
yeah.
in a good way. It's fun. Like, it's fine. Like, whatever format it takes.
So what will be? Okay, let me rephrase it then. Are you
Like,
okay with?
for me-
Are you okay with having something like how the football scene is, where you have these yearly leagues, local leagues that happen, international leagues, but local to that country, and then you have and you have these small tournaments that keep happening between international teams, and then every 4 years they come together for a World Cup. That World Cup happens and everyone disperses back to playing playing the leagues.
Yeah, see, that's a large network, no? Like, that network is huge. Football playing nations are so many. And
It
dude, football is a sport you just connect, dude. Like, it's like it hits your heart.
It is indeed.
So, I never, like, India didn't even have I don't think India had a football team. But, like, I knew Baichung Bhutia.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, the only player after
you
Baichung
know.
Bhutia is Sunil Chhetri that I know.
I don't know Sunil Chhetri, but I used to follow Baichung. I used to follow in football for him for some time. Like, I knew Mohan Bagan Club.
Yeah.
Like, it's a vibe. Like, it has a different audience style. Like, I feel like cricket is also like that. Like, for me, cricket is like that. Like, cricket is like very fun to watch. And like, for me, I don't know if I'll be sad if like one format becomes a different format. Like, for me, football also good. Even today, like, I like the international games.
Yeah, no, you do. But my question is basically, what if, let's say, 5 years or 10 years down the line, it becomes the same as football?
I'm saying that from the time I was born, I followed more football than cricket. So I don't know what evolution football has really taken. Just the same, seems like the same of.
Yeah.
We used to have club football.
EPL was there for a long time. Like, it's been there
EPL,
since
and like it was always
50s
like
or
that.
60s, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
now I feel like the only change in cricket is back then it was only international cricket. Now there is more of club and international games are still there. They're like pretty large. But I feel like people aren't as passionate about like international games as much as.
It's just left for those few teams to
Even back then
pump up everything. But
Dude, even back then, India, Zimbabwe, and all was not a big tour.
yeah, but every team had their good. There was this phase, maybe late 90s to early 2000s, where almost every team had some kind of competitiveness.
Oh yeah,
that they brought to the table. That
oh God, yeah.
if there were 12 teams playing in a World Cup, every team was getting is under pressure of performing.
But dude, that is the brand of cricket we've been seeing, dude. Like of the last 4 5 years. Any team can beat any team. Look, dude,
it is coming. Yeah, it is coming. But
people have such talent.
But my thought for that is the overall craze is gone. Shockers happened, and then you probably start watching. But I will not stay up for watching, as you said, India Sri Lanka ever. I might
Oh,
see
like
the highlight.
that. No,
might
I am
see
saying that in a international tournament.
Uh-huh.
Like not India tour of Sri Lanka, dude. If India and Sri Lanka are playing in a World Cup, I'll watch that game. I'll 100% watch that game. I feel like in a World Cup, Sri Lanka might beat India.
Oh,
When
okay.
it comes to the moment, like that lead up to
So-
that international tournament, that moment,
Yeah.
like it is a that stage is different.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So for me, I would, at least for the next 10 years, I wouldn't want the international tournament scene to go away. IPL can become a center stage for other countries to adopt IPL kind
International
of
won't
things.
go, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I will not want it to happen for the next decade because I'm still enjoying the game. Probably once the big players or the players that I look forward to watching the game for, once they are gone, maybe my interest might shift a little bit here and there. But for now, I want that international tournament. But yeah, down the line, I would actually, I don't feel anything wrong for the local leagues to come up and the international tournaments to go down and just bring everyone together for that. The game, the way people engage with it is very different than football, so I shouldn't technically compare it with
It is
football.
very similar only, na? Like
It is similar, but the
Dude.
way, as you said, the connect is very different. Like football
true.
connects at a very different level than cricket.
Like, yeah.
So but I would want that. I would at least want to see that happening once in my lifetime, where the local leagues become the bigger ones, and then the international tournament is the one that pushes everything. But yeah,
I don't know. For
if
me, it's like that.
It'll happen anytime.
Dude, I think at the end of the day, even football, right? Like, yeah, there are these other international tournaments, dude. Like how India, like right now, New Zealand, Pakistan are playing. Like random shit happens. Copa America is there.
Yeah.
And then Euro Cup. Like, there's some fan following because football as a sport is much larger.
Yeah.
But I feel like when push comes to shove,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Fucking World Cup matters, dude.
Yeah.
You know that I
craze,
will never.
That craze is very different.
For me, World Cup is, dude, I will follow, I'll have a favorite team.
Yeah.
I won't even know all the players till that point. Like, somehow it's a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
It's like and this World Cup, what a fucking World Cup. Insane
World Cup. Yeah, this
Like-
World Cup, it somewhere brought people back.
No, I always follow.
Because I was not following World Cup. Even the last World Cup, I didn't follow
Yeah,
as
I
much
can't
as
stop.
this World Cup I followed. For some reason, there were so many shockers that came down the line that I was like, okay, I don't want to miss the World Cup. I took a subscription just to watch games. I would never pay
For me,
to
World
watch
Cup was
football.
always like a moment in life. Like IPL journey also, right? Think about, I'm like thinking as IPL as how it relates to my life. Like 2008, I came to the US, I was in the US. Like it was in some phase of my life I was in. Like when Chennai first won the tournament, then I started my PhD in the second one. I'm at like different stages of life I've traveled that the team has like 2 years before
Gone.
Mira. For me, like you also can think through where you were.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, looking from where Rohit Sharma was just one player in Mumbai Indians to where he is now. It's been a long journey where he had success back to back, like literally back to back success. They have what 5 cups right now with under them. But yeah, seeing so many players come and go, improve. Like big example will be Hardik Pandya. I never thought he would be a captain. Never in my life I thought he would be a captain. And उसके बाद वो गया तो गया, जीत के आया. The cup itself he got it in the first season itself. So like journey
even
has
you,
been,
I'm saying like your own personal.
my journey. I'm saying like I have lived with a few players through. I'm saying Hardik Pandya के साथ जब मैं था, I thought he was just a playboy जो आया है, रहेगा थोड़े साल, कैसे तैसे निकलेगा. And वो निकल जाएगा. But the maturity, like, it's the same way how I lived with Virat Kohli for some time in RCB. Because I was more of a RCB supporter than a Mumbai Indians. And I saw Virat Kohli and I grew with him in that way.
You start having IPL as a general topic of discussion.
Yeah.
It came into your personal life
much
much more as cricket. Like, you follow certain items and like, you have a
IPL gave IPL gave cricket its name back again in a way. Like it basically at least made people start talking about a few things.
yeah. Like I don't know if I was going through a different phase in life. I never gave a fuck about like anything about IPL.
Oh, yeah. I used to talk a lot about IPL. Though I never used to follow a team so religiously, but yeah, I used to talk a lot about IPL.
Like,
Read about
I
it.
had a lot of pride
Yeah.
about CSK when they played, but I didn't have this as a talking. Like it was like for me, IPL was fun to watch when I watched, but like me and Roshni were dating, and like we never talked this much about like IPL. Like we talked about IPL. Like, we had so many things in life. Like then I'm saying that over time, IPL grew with me. That we talked about IPL more. Like we like Dhoni as a thing. Like we follow Chennai.
Yeah.
You know, it's a topic of joy for us to talk about Chennai.
Okay, so the last question, and we will have to go now. Which team do you think is going to win this year?
This year? Yeah, fuck.
I mean, CSK is no.
I want RCB to win.
RCB.
I want RCB to win, but it looks like it will be either this Lucknow. If this KL Rahul comes back, Lucknow looks.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's not there for even World Test Championship.
I don't think Gujarat will win, dude. I don't think they have it to win.
I am putting my money on Rajasthan.
Rajasthan, dude. Dude, they're good.
Rajasthan, yeah, I'm putting my money on Rajasthan.
They are good.
Yeah, this season.
Rajasthan.
I want them to win because though they had really bad games in the last couple of ones that they played, but yeah, overall I think they are solid and they should win.
They'll win. Yeah. I think they have the experience.
I'm rooting for Rajasthan this season.
You know that counts. Experience is a big thing, and I feel like that's why I'm like, I don't understand why the fuck does RCB lose. Dude, like think of
वो शायद से विराट ले आता है अपने साथ.
I mean, think of CSK, dude. What a success! What a success! Like as a franchise, as a club, it's all nothing because of experience. That matters. Sometimes it's like, and I feel like that's why I don't understand. They have the most experienced people. International level पे किया है सब लोग.
हाँ, but ठीक है. It's still not there here. So,
every Chennai fan is an RCB
I think
fan.
we need Shravan for more about RCB happy and disappointment moments. But yeah, we'll talk more about IPL on another episode again. We'll have more people. So alright, thanks Bharad. I think for today's episode we sign off. Thank you if you have been here till the end. On Kuch.
Always fuck off.
No, you don't say that. But yeah, thank you guys again. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Right, fine.